So then, after World War I, came World War II? Will there be a World War III? With a storm bringing chaos to everyone and everywhere, I think peace will not last long. I must borrow a few more books from Marcus and learn more.
Howdy do! How you doing? QueenKatieBat here. Welcome back to another Right First 1999 stream. As you can see, things have happened. Things that I am proud to have now. So I'll do a quick catch up for y'all real quick. Just let me fix up my hair, get my sign in, make sure. Okay, OBS is doing good. Awesome. Sign in. Happy May 8th. No! I'll get into her later. So you will not believe this, but things happened literally a few days ago. So, let me drink my water. Before we get into the big stuff, I would like to regale a tale to all of you here. So, to start off this story, it all started last week or the week before. I think it was last week. This banner came out. Revelation of the Water. And what it is that you will get. Oh, wait, let me make sure that my microphone is on. Yes, it is very much on. So, what this is, you can select 2 6-star characters, and then you'll get a chance to get them. But unlike other banners, there is a 70% of getting that 6-star character. So, obviously, the first character I was going to select, obviously Kakania. And then the second character, I was like, wait a minute, it'd be pretty cool if I got Charmaine, despite the fact that, because literally after I selected him, I forgot that he's an option on the triple counter. But I was like, that's fine, I had it down, I'm gonna get him. So I do a couple of pulls. I had 111 pulls, and I wasted a couple on this, because I was like, I'll attempt a few pulls. And then, the other day, this week, like, either yesterday or the day before, I think it was yesterday, I go on my mobile phone, do a little bit of farming after I just finished playing some Genshin. Wild Archon quest, by the way. I was going on my phone, having a good old time, farming for some of my characters. I was literally working on Genshin. So I go do that, and then I go here, and I'm like, you know what? I'll do one more temple, and then I'll full stop and just go for Nor. We wait for Nor and stuff like that. So, I go to do the temple, the final temple for this banner that I was going to do. And you know what happened? You know what I saw on my phone? This! As soon as the thing came up, I was like, oh, finally, a 6-star. But then the icons came up. I was like, what do you mean? I got 2 6-stars. 2 6-stars. And I know what some of you may be thinking. Oh, I guess that. Oh, Katie, that explains why you got Kakania on the home screen. You finally got her. And you would be correct. You'll be correct. I did in fact get Kakania. She was the first 6-star on this. And then the 5-star of this pool was Barbara, the sheep. It was the first time I got her. But you know what happened next? You know what I got next? Charmaine! I got both of them on the same temple! So whatever pity I had towards the sit store reset when I got Kakania, right? It reset when I got Kakania. And then, if I have this right, hold on. You know what? Let's go into the history. I must show all of you in the history. Oh, no wait, Kakania was the second one, never mind. Either way, let me show you. Because there's 7 pages on here. Yeah, I did this at the beginning of May. Hey, Surgeon, don't mind me yapping about the crazy pool I had yesterday. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, that's 10. So, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Literally, on the 61st pool, in this final 10 pool, I got Charmaine. Which means the pity reset. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kakania was at 4 pity. And this was on the same temple. This was on the same temple. I'm flabbergasted at this. Like, and let me tell you how crazy that day was, by the way. I was playing the new Genshin Impact quest. The new story in Genshin Impact. It was crazy to the point where I had to have like a break with some ice cream and stuff. I mean, I decided to do this last 10 pull on this banner here. And then this happens. And I'm like, oh my goodness. My brain is buzzing. My heart is beating. And it was crazy. So yeah, I got 2 of my dream characters in the same 10 pool. Talk about an anniversary, am I right? So yeah, and you know what? What's the best part?
She's utterly motionless, wheezing steadily, taking a nap. Is this some kind of new trend? Sleeping while standing up? Maybe I can show her something to bring her back.
As you can see here, some of you may remember many streams ago, I bought Kakania's purple skin. It was the last patch. I bought her purple skin.
Welcome. There's no need to know.
Yeah, see? I bought her purple skin. Like many patches ago, and I was like, I don't care if I don't even have the character, I want the purple skin. And so I bought the purple skin last patch. And I was like, one day I'll get Kakania. And then she'll get to wear it. And then lo and behold, I got Kakania. So now she finally has it. So, and of course, I also got Charmaine.
Well, I heard your footsteps when you rounded the corner. Anything I can help you with?
Oh yeah, you sure can help me with some things, Mr. Charmaine. He's so cool. Not gonna lie, I consider buying the skin, cause this does look cool, but I didn't. So yeah, that was the crazy thing. But you know what's even crazy? Well, not as crazy. But after this, I finally went to my Dollar General, and they have exactly $20 Steam cards. So I was like, you know what, I'll grab them and finally buy the skins I wanted. Oh! Purple Drillvis! Purple Drillvis! This is the Battle Pass skin. And Medicine Pocket! And the Russian skin! What the cute kitty cat. So yeah, that's the deets. That's all the deets of literally yesterday. All of this was yesterday. Actually, let me double check that banner. Let me double check. Let me double check the records on that. All of that was literally yesterday. Oh my goodness, hold on. I need to refresh this. I just now noticed, thanks to my email notification, that someone followed me. I'm so sorry. My alert did not go off during my entire fight. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. But thank you for the follow. I didn't even bother reading that. I'm sorry. But I'm sure he'll show up in the newest follower soon. Anyway. So that's all of the things that happened. So let me claim all my free stuff first. Get my free fortune! Luck is on your side. I'll take it. Apparently I got money.
So then, after World War I, came World War II? Will there be a World War
And I also did this off stream. Don't worry, I didn't actually go through it. I literally just skipped all the story in it. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. I'll just do this then.
So then, after World War I...
We get it, we get it. There might be a World War III, we get it. But yeah, this was the Battle Pass skin that I got. Oh my goodness, and I got extra pools. Thank you so much. Thank you, Druvius. Okay, so I think that's everything. Also, at some point during the story, I got this. If I would ever have me in a bottle. I would ever have me in a bottle. Get rid of the notice. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good today. Surgeon and whoever else may be lurking. Alright, I think that's everything. So, before we get into the thing for today, I completely forgot to set up the reaction to Nor. So I will do that before I start the event. The event story, I'll do that. But we are, ladies and gentlemen, and fellows and folks, and everybody else on this stroke. Nor! I got 72 pulls and a dream. And you know something? I have no idea what my pity is. I have no idea what my pity is. I think it's scan 10. I think it's scan 10, which means I don't know if that means I lost the 50-50. And that means I only have pity to go off now. I'm so nervous. I am legit so nervous. Let me double check my OBS. Yeah, everyone's okay. Everything's good. Alright, we'll do this, and then once I'm done pulling, once I've exhausted these 70 pulls, we will go into finally finishing chapter 7. After I add, of course. Alright, let's do this, guys! Let's do this! With all of the luck, with all of the almighty, I got Kakadia yesterday, who is a plant character, who is charming and awesome. So surely, that's a sign that I will get another charming plant character, aka Nor. Let me double check one more time, make sure I got my microphone on. Awesome, cool, cool, cool. And 3, 2, 1. Hold on, I need to double check on my pity. So, 10 plus 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 14 pity. 14 pity. So let's start counting that down. I'm at 14 pity. So this will make 24. Alright, what we got? Charlie! Okay, yeah, because that's the rate up. I have a chance to get these two. Okay, so, hold on. So, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10. So, that's 24? 24! 34! Oh! Ist das it? Come on! Yes!
Compressed in a suitcase. The changing daylight and background scenery. I like this setting. Isn't this very much like a scene from a movie? The moment our two protagonists meet each other for the first time.
Nor! Oh, hail, Nor! That was 34 pity. And a dream! Yay! And I actually saved pools. I saved 50 pools. So now I can save these for the next character that I want. Which so far from what I can see of the Chinese version so far, from what I'm having my knowledge, it's probably no one yet. So, yay! I can start hoarding my pools. Yay! Alas, maybe, just maybe, perhaps we can go for a third plant character. Because as far as I know, I still do not have Sumpaby. So you know what? Let me check on the pity on this. Because the last one I got was Jessica. So that's 1, 2, 3, 13, 23. No wait, that's 23. 23 pity here. So let's go for 20 pools here. And then we'll save the rest. Come on, Sumpaby! Surely! I got Cacandia! I got Noor! Surely! Third time's also the charm with another player character. Oh, we got a new character! A new 5-star! What we got?
So, Miss Suitcase Keeper, are you the quiet type in this group too?
Oh, that is adorable! That's lovely fellows from the Russia event! Oh, that's so cool! Yay! One more! Okay, we got nothing. Oh, we've got a new 5-star. Who is it this time? Mr. Duncan!
Your old friend.
Mr. Duncan! Not gonna lie, it was also on my wish list too. One more! Finally! Give me Sumpaby! Yay!
Hi, I am Sotheby. As you can see, I'm an excellent and knowledgeable lady. Huh? That farmer. He actually owns a whole group of bicorns.
I love you! I love you! I love you! Senpai! Boy! Okay, let's go into the bank. Let's see our money load. Okay, so I actually cannot redeem any of this right now until next month. But at least I got that. I got 93. So I will save that towards next time. During next month, I will see who's on here next month. Because I already got Charmaine and I got plenty of Charlie. So before I start...
Hey.
Before I go back to chapter 7, let's double check in on... Okay, Nor.
Action. You're in my scene. In fact, the camera was rolling the moment you stepped into my room. You would have known if you'd read the script in advance.
I love you. I love you, Nor. I love you. Oh, you're such a darling. I'll definitely work on you soon. And then, I believe at some point there is also Mr. Duncan, August, and Barbara, which I haven't even looked at yet.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We got 2 Charlies. So now she's P3. Not to be confused with Persona 3 Reload.
Speak.
And I will speak.
If possible. I'm not
Mr. Duncan!
Come on in, friend. Doors always open.
I love you. Actually, what is your insight to skin? Beautiful. You have a dog! Oh, that's the best find ever. You might as well be the missing father of Medicine Pocket. I have no idea what these 2 words mean, but whatever. Gotta check in on if I'm... Oh no! What's that? All the portraits? Oh, and there's Suppamy!
Welcome to Typhon's movie party.
I still say that this is the best skin in the entire costume series. Cause it's the way that this looks like blood, but it's just a bunch of jewels. I mean, I think this just came out. Oh, Satsuki got her last portrait? Yay! She is done! About darn time. Oh, didn't mean to go back that much. So yeah, I think I got a pretty good list here now. Mwah. Also, this means I have no idea who I'm going to use for my free 5-star. When Lador comes here at some point, I'll definitely have to ask them what's a good character to pick. Oh, wait! It's only been 30 minutes already? Time is spooky. Time is so spooky.
So then, after World War I,
I'm gonna get the wilderness.
World War II?
I'm gonna get the wilderness, and then we will run an ad, and then jump right into the rest of Chapter 7. I may have some overtime, maybe, we'll see. I hope everyone can hear and see the stream pretty well. Remember this loading. Ha! You can't jump scare me this time! Alright. Alright, I think that's everything that we had to catch up with for today. For in terms of, hey, this is what happened. As well as my pools. I'm still so happy that I managed to get what I wanted. All in the pools that I managed to save up. Yahoo! I got Kakania, Nor, Loggerhead, and Suppabee. And by sheer coincidence, they're all plants. Yay. Alright, let's go right into here. Before we actually start, I'm going to do a 3-minute ad, so that way we will be good for the next hour. And then we will immediately get into the rest of Chapter 7. So, I will see y'all after the ad. Do let me know what you get. In 3, 2, 1, boom. I keep accidentally mistyping that. I almost put in AS Queen, which would have been something. Oh yeah, to everyone who will see this VOD in the future on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe. Possibly get me a like. That would be cool if you actually like my chaos. Please click the like button. Just a good old thumbs up. And maybe subscribe if you want to see more VODs. One day, I promise, one day, I will set up highlight videos. One day, when I get a good time off to edit. And then have a good time editing. Well, while I'm here, might as well boop up a quote. Quote number 58. Yay! We leveled up! From Arson! I should really add more quotes. It'd be kind of cool if we could add more quotes. We got a minute and 30 seconds left on there. I'm happy. I'm glad the stream seems to be doing good so far. Down here it says I have not dropped any frames at all. So I'm grateful for that. Also, to some of you who happen to be lurking while waiting for me to start, I hope y'all enjoyed the starting soon screen that I set up. That was a last minute find. That was literally a last minute find that I set up. I also made an ending soon screen for when I end the stream much later. I had literally just finished that drawing when I was working on it. I had just finished that drawing. And I was like, oh boy, I finished it like an hour before I had to start stream. Might as well party into the OBS. And so I did that. I did a bunch of other last minute finds. It was very cool. 30 seconds left. I mean, I can jump right on it. Yahoo! Oh yeah, I kind of want to make a pen post. Yeah, I just wanted to make that so I can pen that. Yeah, there you go. Manually on pen. Actually, I wonder if I could do that in the settings here. There There you go, mod icons. There you go. Now you can actually see that on this stream fine. So yeah, poll results. I now have Nora and Suppaby. Hi Nora! Hi! You just missed me going through my pooling session. But I hope you're doing good, Nora. I just finished the app break. And I was about to get into chapter 7. Only sure for a moment. Wow, you must be very sure that you're only sure for a moment, Nora. But I get what you're saying here. I say you're correcting yourself. You're only here for a moment. Well, you know, when you first said that earlier in the Discord, I thought you meant that you were going to Nora's soccer game, and I was about to tell you, hey, have a good soccer. But no, it's their friend's soccer game. Either way, tell them have a good soccer. Alright, so I think that's everything. Wow, we're just connecting the dots here. Yeah, me either, Nora. I have not done soccer in a long time. But I can definitely tell you I have a good kick. Anyway, but yeah, if you're going to be here for a moment, might as well at least watch this part of the story that I'm about to get into. And I'm so nervous. Alright. Chapter 7, Stage 26. Mirrors and curtains. Oh no, we're going to see Kakania again, aren't we? We're going to see Kakania again. Wow, you can get ready while you're listening to me freak out. How's that? Let's go! Oh, the lesbians! They're lesbian. The storm arrives in 4 hours!
I never thought it would be the Timekeeper and the Apeiron Arcanus who'd solve the problem. But now even humans can cast this ritual.
So, Noor, do you remember the handsome Hoffman? The handsome Hoffman who died, and we will always salute to her? This is her brother. This is her depressed brother. And Nipma. This is her brother. La Place is now in a rare state of tranquility, for the researchers have done all they can. There's nothing left for them to do. With only 4 hours to go for this the final calm before the storm.
Indeed. The knot is the physical form of the ritual we were looking for. Surprisingly, the numerical code yielded practical results.
Buckets! We love the buckets. Hold on, let me see if I can do the buckets on my side. Bucket. And should be in there now. It did not send. Did not send. Oh, well, I'll just do it on here. I'll just do it on my OBS. I'll want to send my buckets. Yeah, that's Lucy. She's a robot. A robot with boobs. And honestly, I feel like this is exactly what Logan would be looking for.
I thought it was necessary to report this to the Timekeeper's organization. It was her contribution. But it did not go well.
Oh boy, a
Forgive the
flashback!
interruption. What's a knot?
What do you mean? What's a knot? Do you not know what a knot is?
I will be glad to answer your question. Knot theory is a branch of algebraic topology. In mathematics, a knot refers to a connected closed curve in three-dimensional Euclidean space that does not intersect itself. They can also be described as shapes in three-dimensional space that are homeomorphic to circles.
I'm sorry, but I heard this part, and then I immediately go insane. Homeomorphic to circles.
Knot theory focuses on the entanglement and configurations of closed curves in three-dimensional space, rather than the curves themselves. Since all closed curves are homeomorphic to circles, they can all be topologically categorized as circles.
Every time she says this, I can't stop giggling! Yeah, honestly, I don't know who she's into. I haven't found a ship for her yet. But I'm feeling there's gotta be someone for her out there, and it's gotta be a lady.
A knot equivalent to a two-dimensional circle is called an unknot, and...
Okay, so the reason why she's talking about curves, the context, we have found the cure to this evil curse that takes place when storm happens. And that's all I'll say about that. Because, Nora, you still gotta play Reverse 1999 one day.
I don't mean to question Laplace's expertise, but this approach may not be the best solution for widespread implementation. The concepts are complex even for us, let alone others. We can't expect to give an advanced math lesson to every individual under these circumstances. Doing math before the storm. Nobody's got time for that.
Hold on, I need to do a screenshot of it. And post it in my Discord. Cause that is the most wild statement I have ever seen in this specific game. And like in this specific game. Like math during a disaster. That is hilarious. That is so hilarious. I gotta wait for Discord to load so I can post this in for later. Discord, please load. Stop doing your shovel icon, Discord. Thank you. Thank you. Go to my Discord server, which by the way, I do have a Discord server. I'll do that in the open. I'll post the image. Yeah, math, Logan Robo reference. He would literally do that. He would literally have something like that in there. Okay, where is the Reverse 1999 Discord? Where is the... There we go. There we go. Back to the game. But yeah, that guy literally said the most wild thing for this game.
As it turned out, presenting a technical report was much too premature. We should have a complete and official report once the immunity gear is produced.
Alright, have fun with the hair. Enjoy the royal seats while you're fixing up the hair.
Maybe you can change your approach the next time you report to the Foundation.
Yeah, maybe instead of starting off with, okay, let's learn an entire college course of math in order to understand this solution. The robot shakes her head, disappointed by the failure of her report and the listener's math level.
I simply gave them honest answers.
She turns her head and looks thoughtfully out the window.
But this solution is deserving of widespread implementation.
I love the difference between this Sichi versus the one that we got much earlier in the chapter. Cause the first time around, much earlier in the chapter, Enigma was like frustrated and stuff like that, and Lucy was like, don't worry, everything will be fine, everything will be fine, everything will be fine. And then immediately after that, chaos happened. And then this is after the chaos, when they finally figure things out. And the major difference between these two is that the first one, she didn't have her face on. But now in this moment here, she actually does have her face on.
All we need is a piece of rope and tie it end to end. And spend 3 to 5 minutes to make this knot.
Yeah, 3 to 5 minutes.
This can be done anywhere, at any time, by anyone using any type of cordage. The oldest, fastest, and most basic ritual, the key to braving the storm, is a knot.
Who would have thought Who would have thought?
Why didn't you tell the House of Intercratus? I'm sure they would have funded us generously.
Oh no, Nora! If only the hair tie was in a knot, then it never would have snapped. But that is so unfortunate. I hate when stuff like that just snaps. I feel you would think something like that would never snap, but when it does, that is just the unfortunate moment.
ShinyBot just raided with 2 viewers. Welcome to the stream, royal guests.
ShinyBot! Thank you for the raid! Hold on, let me do the shout out for you. ShinyBot TV! Thank you for the raid!
Boop. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Look, it's ShinyBot. They have rats.
At your nose. There's a rabbit. So it's been said many times, many ways.
So I don't need the ranching station anymore because I don't have horses. Don't need the decoration bench, herbalism bench.
Merry Christmas.
So yeah, I think masonry bench is probably the next thing, unless there's something you wanted specifically.
The Merry Christmas part was what taught me how. Honestly, that's a good clip. That's a good clip. But yeah, thank you for the raid. I saw that according to the define, you were playing Honkai Star Rail. I have not caught up in Honkai Star Rail, but from what I heard, y'all are currently in like a Olympus sort of situation going on. Greek. I don't know, but I heard it's peak going on right now. I hope everything's doing good in Star Rail. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. But yeah, thank you for the raid. We did some pulls earlier, as you can tell by the pen message. I actually got Nor, and yesterday, off stream, I managed to get Kakania and Charmaine in the same 10 pool from the selector banner. So that was fun. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you again for the raid. I just started going back into more of Chapter 7 today. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, I'll finish it tonight. Yeah, that is a mood. That is such a mood, ShinyBot. That is such a mood. They're always like, hey, take this, take this, take this, take this, take this. There's so many... They keep having too many handsome and beautiful characters. Like, for once, can you just give us, I don't know, a slightly ugly character? But of course, no one Ho-Yo first. That would never happen. But yeah, I'm glad that you're doing good. And let me double check through the list. Cause I was about to talk about this. The oldest, fastest, and most basic ritual. The find that literally saved everyone from the storm is a knot. Who would have thought that a knot? Yes, I was going to do something more with that, but I got nothing. Anyway. Why didn't you tell the House of Intercratus? I'm sure they were funding us generously.
I will make sure to put it in my interdepartmental report.
Yeah, put it in the complaint box. A rare hint of frustration flickers across her face. Her face? But she quickly moves on to a subject that deserves her attention.
But at this point in time, the knot only functions like an incantation. It is not suitable for widespread use until the research on the side effects and the converter are complete.
In any case, I've completed all the tasks you assigned me.
Yeah, we got 4 hours. 4 hours.
My last plea is, please never put Ulrich and I on the same team again.
Wow, imagine going through that entire adventure, and then just when you think these two bros are bonded together, he says this. He's like, yeah, no, never put us on the same team. We sort of vibe, but we also really do not vibe. The researcher lets out a deep yawn, feeling as if he hasn't slept in ages. Oh yeah, for sure. 24 hours? Yeah. Maybe he can catch a quick nap before the final battle begins. I love that. I love that.
I'm surprised that you're not in the lab. Something bothering you? Wait, don't tell me you're charging here.
The robot turns to him, an approving smile on her face.
Excellent job, Researcher Adler. You have proven that you are keeping the locations of public outlets in Laplace in mind.
Yay!
Which is a positive sign for your resocialization.
I love Lucy. I'm glad I got her on her first banner.
But I am powering up to reach my optimal condition, preparing for what is to come. The Scroll of Apeiron, the final piece of the puzzle, the key to minimizing any negative effects caused by the incantation.
Whoa!
Wow! The designers on artificial somnambulism could use some of this inspiration.
Okay, first of all, I love how she literally said the exact same thing that I said, which is whoa. Second of all, did she really just say artificial somnambulism? And just a quick flash? I'm jealous!
Look at the clouds, painted with a syndrome of colors and interrupted by a glorious streak of rainbow. It's truly a masterpiece. Wow! The designers on artificial somnambulism could use some of this inspiration.
Somnambulism! Somnambulism! How I thought that was the solution to the somnambulism! The red blur streaks forward at lightning speed, but the Oladians are still in hot pursuit. Their scans are becoming increasingly vibrant due to the storm syndrome.
Funny. They're flying towards the headquarters out of instinct. Maybe they can sense immunity zones. These little beasts would make for a good study. But I'm not in the mood to take any prisoners.
Layla speeds up again, trying to lose the pursuers that are swarming behind her like a dark vortex. In front of her, under the clouds, the gray buildings of the Foundation are now clearly visible. Fuel and ammunition
are running out.
Oh. Her altitude is low enough. She can almost see the hallway outside the committee room.
Huh. Maybe I should storm the Vice President's office with them. But other people might get hurt there. Never mind.
Hold on, real quick. I forgot. Everybody just reading. I forgot to put up my usual stuff here. My feature, Nightbot just put up the YouTube channel. My feature, where I'm taking icon art commissions. And my Discord. I have an entire Discord server. We're very chill over there. And my VOD. My VOD playlist, if you're interested in my other streams. Awesome! She makes an abrupt turn, her mind racing with ideas.
Dive into the lake? But the splash might wet the scroll. Wait, isn't that...
Sprouts from the forest that looks like a signal to land.
Miss Lilia, this way.
Drovis! Drovis actually doing stuff!
Ha! Good timing.
My queen! Her friend's presence has given her a clear sense of direction. Without second thought, she charges into the new forest with the huge herd in hot pursuit. Just before crashing into the trees, Red 38 changes course and rockets upward in a perfectly straight line. But the creatures behind her have no such finance. One by one, They slam into the mesh woven by the dense tangle of trees and vines.
Enemies intercepted. Ally landed successfully. Miss Travis, the Elitiaos are all ensnared in vines.
The druid closes her eyes, savoring the fresh air.
The winds of triumph sweep through the woods. An excellent flight, Miss Lilia.
I love you, Travis. I literally bought your battle pass skin. You're going to be so purple, ma'am.
We will take it from here. Come, everyone. We shall vanquish our foes with the aid of the woods.
What perfect timing, considering I'm going to be using Travis with her new skin. Oh man, I can't even use Travis. But it's fine, it's mineral and... Oh crap. I just realized I'm not doing this on easy mode. I'm doing this on normal mode. This is Insight 3 level 1. I will attempt it. I will attempt this. And then move on. Oh snap! This music! But at least I got medicine pocket and a new skin. So that'll be fine and divine. Let's go!
I don't like to resort to violence, but accidents happen. Sadly, these are counterfeits.
Oh my goodness, medicine pocket looks so cute. I love you, medicine pocket. Okay, so what we got here?
It's not bad.
Sterilize.
Great job.
Get out of here. Watch your toes.
Oh, hey, for real?
Wear gloves.
Glad to be of service, my lady.
Ha
Just as I would.
Damn it. Watch your toes.
Cool. It's not bad. Intriguing, isn't it?
Appropriate. Explode! Hey!
Sadly, these are counterfeits. Watch my clothes.
Watch your toes.
Damn it.
Cool. Time to show you my card.
Time to wake up, gentlemen.
Appropriate. Explode! Let's fully...
I hope everyone's doing good, by the way.
All of these!
Because today has been a good day for me.
Fragrance and dazzle can easily confuse one's vision. I'm sorry for you.
Oh, hey, for real?
Okay, now it's probably... Okay, I'm gonna heal.
Glad to be
Do
of service,
this.
my lady.
I'm a
That's not
mess.
bad.
I'm losing my patience.
Bravo!
Yeah!
Great job.
Cool.
It's not bad. Cool.
Oh, hi.
Appropriate. Explode!
My toes. I'm ready.
Time to show you my card. It's not bad.
Go! Go! Go!
Go, medicine pocket! Oh, I actually like this ultimate better, yeah.
And relish all of these! Best combo, automatic aiming.
Damn it!
Cool.
Intriguing. Glad to be of service, my lady.
Left, then right. Which one comes first?
Just as I will. Sadly, these are counterfeits.
I'm surprised I'm doing good. I guess this is what happens when I actually build my characters.
For real?
Yeah, I guess that is what happens when I actually build my characters.
Sterilize. Wear gloves. I'm losing my patience. Oh, hi. I'm losing my patience. Ow!
It's not bad.
Time to wake up, gentlemen.
Appropriate. Explode!
Go! 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 Humpy!
Gonna fix my headphones while Mech Pocket's literally murdering creatures.
Huh? It's already over?
Oh, I love that animation. I love that animation. I love you, Medicine Pocket! I love you! I love you, Medicine Pocket!
The Special Operations Squad is ready to go.
We're back! To Marcus!
Dr. Kakanya, are you really going to stay here?
No! Kakanya! No! Kakanya, I literally just got you. Please, do not die. She shakes her head. Her fingers tie on Marcus's communicator. Dang it, my hair keeps getting stuck in my headphones and my ears. But it could have been worse. For more than 10 hours, she has been waiting for Laplace to respond. Marcus lowers her eyes, burying her face in her scarf to hide the tears. Aww. The doctor quickly notices it. Her voice softens and changes to a lighter tone.
Don't worry about me, young missy. This won't be goodbye forever.
Oh, but what if you die?
Besides, I have already provided all the help I can, right? I made Isolde show us the ritual and kept her under control, and now you've figured out how the ritual works. To test its results, you will need a couple of volunteers.
But Marcus doesn't seem to find comfort in her words.
But you heard the report from Laplace. The possibility of surviving the ritual is nearly zero without the converter and the scroll and...
Nearly, they said. But not surely.
The doctor interjects briskly.
Plus, where else can I go?
Double check my OBS.
I was born and raised in this city. This is where I came from, where I lived and where I belong. This is my whole world. I despised the maggots under its golden surface, and fought for the justice and fairness in our society. But I also cherish every detail of this city, from the intricate carvings on the theater columns to the dirt trodden by dockworkers. All of these things made me me. My family, my friends, my people, and my operas and culture are all here. I never once thought about leaving this place. I have never thought about destroying it either.
She looks up and sighs sentimentally.
Being washed away with it would be a just punishment for all my sins.
Baby, no! No! Yeah, her eyes are free of darkness and despair. Despair! Marcus can clearly see her determination.
I wish I could be as brave as you are. See you, Miss Clara.
She gently reaches out to her. Not far away, the Special Operations Squad is ready to go. The helicopter begins to whirl. Its last errand of the day. Inside the cabin, its soul sits between two Razor operatives, her wrists bound in cuffs. I'm glad you got the reference, Nora. I'm glad you got the reference of what I was saying by despair.
Hurry, ladies, before any of us turns into one of those exquisite paintings. Sorry, but the headquarters is too far for the teleportation disc from here. You'll have to bear with us smelly old grunts for a little longer.
It's time to part ways.
Goodbye, Miss Marcus. Sharing this era with you has been an honor.
Their warm hands claps in a powerful handshake. With a wave to the teary-eyed girl, Kakania turns around and heads towards the City of Madness. Hey, it's fine, Nora. You didn't really miss much.
Is your birthday approaching, Doctor?
She twirls sharply around at the entranced voice. Its soul reaches out into the air, still in a dream she's unwilling to wake up from. There, the world is unchanged, and each day is filled with bliss. For a prisoner in the Foundation's facility, perhaps dreams will provide the solace that she needs. Awesome! Well, not Fizz, but Nora.
For you.
Aww. She holds out a brooch, a piece so exquisite that it too seems to be an intangible figment of a wistful dream. Aww. The golden setting nestles the sparkling gem in place, a gift undoubtedly made with great affection. I shook them so hard.
Turquoise and topaz, just like you and your eyes. Please accept my blessings, Doctor. May your life be filled with joy and contentment, and may your courage guide you through all that comes your way. You are worthy of all the beauty and goodness this world has to offer, and I will hold you in my heart and in my prayers forever.
Today is not Kakania's birthday, nor can she see her reflection in Isolde's lustrous eyes. The Star of Vienna holds up the brooch, yearning at the emptiness before her. If one were to die today, what would she say to her longtime friend?
Süße Träume, rote Dorf.
She takes the brooch and pins it to her jacket. The communicator at her waist crackles. A ray of hope shines through the stank.
Madam Lucy, any progress on the research?
What a good first stage for today. Wow. Drama. Hey, we're back over here now. Hold on. I'll deal with this later. Let me double check my timer. 24 minutes, awesome. Chapter 7, Stage 27. Hemis Abachum. So I will rejoice, dance freely, and savor my wine. Oh, look at the baby radio. Look at the baby radio. That's cute. Boop. Yeah, I know pen button makers now. I always wanted to do that.
Awake?
Oh shoot! Six is awake! He's alive! He's playable! Yay! But yeah, I've always wanted like a pen button maker someday. Yeah, I would imagine they're big. I mean, it depends on what size you get, but I would imagine that they would be big. I would imagine they would be big. Do not take that clip out of contents! Do not take that out of contents! The blind woman nods, smiling. Wow. Good luck with that, Nora. 37 scrambles up on the floor, her eyes sparkling with joy.
Fabulous. Now everything is perfect, like the number 10.
I agree. Also, what the? Sorry. I don't know what the heck I did. I don't know if I got too excited, but my monitor literally jiggled. Like, it like jiggled, kind of like jello. My monitor literally did that. Ah. Well, hopefully the button maker will stay safe. Hopefully. But yeah, like number 10, the perfect number.
He will be happy to hear that I've cracked the code.
Yeah! She skips across the room, the paper with the nothing on it, still in her hand.
I did it, Burton. I have proven the light of truth still shines. With some time, communication, and a flash of inspiration, we can bring it down from the unattainable skies and let its radiance illuminate all. And I've also proven that the truth is not out of reach or too distant to grasp.
Oh, but this 37. I have no idea how old she is, but she's a cutie pie. She's like the mega genius of the entire island here. She's like, math, blah, 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 math. So if it wasn't for the whole weird age thing, I feel like Logan would really love 37. She is adorable. She's like Fuka. But if Fuka lived on an island alone for like her entire life and is obsessed with math. That's sort of fine. Yeah, she's so squishable.
So, once Sophia knows about this, she'll come back to us, right?
Oh, 37. Honey, I'm sorry, but Sophia's now the leader of the bad guys. She's a bad guy now. She's a very hot bad guy. And I love that very hot bad guy. So, unfortunate. Bye, Nora! Have a good time. Tell your friend that they shall have a good sucker. But yeah, honey, Sophia ain't coming back. She opens her eyes wide, eager for the information she yearns to hear. Yeah, that's me exactly, Furtin. That's me exactly.
I'm sure she'll be happy with what you've accomplished, 37.
37 nods with satisfaction and quickly dives back into her work, further perfecting the solution. The leap in progress and the news of Six's return has filled the lab with smiles and lively conversations. Yet, the most active members of the past are not here for the celebration.
Did 210 and 888 go to get 6?
You don't seem that happy.
The leader stops, looking at the speaker coming down the steps.
The Star of Hermes deciphered the code of Aperon. She found a way to cross the emanation. We should all feel happy for her.
The leader does not answer, having mastered the art of silence over the years. The Reptorican doesn't care. He can effortlessly engage in dialogue, and he is at ease with any conversation, even with a rock.
Yet here you are, so indifferent. It is because you, too, know that what has happened will not change, regardless of whether she figures it out or not. A meager ritual to save people from the emanation is nothing compared to the disruption of the law above. It also cannot change the fact that our faith is dead.
You say that with a smile, sir.
We're talking about how the island has sunk, and we're now sailing in a tsunami. A tiny miracle, a spark of inspiration, won't save the ship from the wrath of the tides.
His tone is sarcastic, but the mockery is missing in his eyes.
To be honest, I was surprised that she asked such a practical question. I guess the trivialities of the phenomenal world did eventually affect her. It's a shame that many others lack her determined will to see beyond the void of our broken reality.
What's your point?
Love how he was listening to the recent conversation and was like, what's the point?
Can't you see? I'm getting a rise out of you.
He beams a huge grin.
Who would have thought that our great, perfect, honorable leader of the School of Aperon has been a nihilist all along? You never revered the truth, did you? That's why you kept us in the dark for 4 years. You never respected our beliefs for a second in your life.
The man down the steps shakes his head.
The people who seek the truth are more important than the truth itself.
You know, I never noticed that pattern on this specific lock. This specific chain. That's a cool pattern.
I may not understand that ever-shifting number, but I do understand and respect the people here.
He's continuing the conversation, a rarity to behold. Ever since becoming 6, he's rarely had a chance to unleash his sarcastic wit.
So you know the secret. What now? Now that you know the truth could lead to a nihilistic void, I wonder if you would abandon our doctrines, our wisdom, and our inheritance, and step into the darkness in a fit of rage. When truth fails, sophistry prevails. Correct?
Ha! We cannot deny that fate, the unspeakable, holds wisdom beyond our understanding. Perhaps it does take a resolute skeptic, an impartial nihilist, to steady this ship and remain detached enough to look on from the sidelines.
210 looks up at the distant grape-colored
It's a pity.
sky.
This was supposed to be the best time of year to make wine.
Wow! All of this. And your fault is, dang it, I can't drink. He leaves without looking back. The silent leader continues on a familiar path. A short distance away, 37 slides gracefully down the sand and runs towards him.
6, you're here.
Yay! You're alive! You're playable!
888 said they're holding a celebration before the arrival of the emanation, in honor of the living and the dead. Will you join us, 6?
37. Do you remember the story of Socrates?
The one you told me in the cave? The trial is over. Why mention it? You should answer my question first.
Her words trail off as her eyes suddenly widen in her fear. She's completely fixated at one in the distance. She knows the feast is underway, and she's recalculated a safe zone for them to hold in. But now, people are laying out food and wine on the ruined beach, among the rubble and wreckage, right next to the remains of the battlefield.
Wait, are they holding the ceremony outside the immunity zone? I told them to go to the meadow near the top of the mountain where they will be completely safe. I've checked my calculations over and over, leaving no room for error. 888 must have made a mistake. I need to warn them.
Her tiny arms are held back. Blonde hair droops over Six's eyes. 37 looks back in confusion at the leader's unusual behavior.
37. Either be wise, uninvolved, and look on, or be practical, involved, and suffer. Which one will you end up choosing?
You mean all we need is a piece of hope?
Yeah, it's just that easy, Kakania. Literally just that easy. I'm sure you got a bajillion of ropes in your therapy office for certain clients. Very simple. Very easy. Surely you can get those. The voice on the phone sounds unsure.
Yes. In recognition of your extraordinary contributions, Laplace is honored to present you with the fruits of our labor. This knot is the result of our research. The knot has been validated as a working ritual on both humans and arcanists. With the help of other arcanists, we found methods to avoid side effects and conducted small-scale experiments with success.
So are you saying we can...
However, since the experiment is still in its early stages, it involves a variety of materials and complicated rituals that are not yet possible for transmission. Nor can we deliver you any experimental equipment, as the storm is about to make landfall. The knot acts as an equivalent to the incantation, but it does not guarantee that we will meet the casting requirements or avoid the likely side effects.
That is devastating news for anyone in need of rescue in the midst of a disaster. Yeah, it's like going up and being like, hey, we have a cure for the earthquake, but we can't give it to you right now during this earthquake. Sorry, maybe next time if you're alive. The robot pauses briefly, searching its database for kinder phrasings.
I apologize, Miss Kakanya. Perhaps the result of our work will not really help your situation.
You said the knot works on both humans and arcanists, right?
Surprisingly, there's no despair in her voice.
Yes.
That is more than enough. This is the best news I've heard so far. There's a chance for everyone.
The robot does not understand her mumbling, but she found something in her database that might help.
I have 2 more pieces of good news. First, the curse is not inevitable. Our experiments showed a 0.49% likelihood of no side effects occurring at all. Second, the closer the storm gets, the more pneuma fills the air, leading to a greater success rate of the ritual.
Okay, so what she's implying is that maybe, like, literally 5 minutes before the storm happens, you do the ritual, and then BAM! Guaranteed success!
Yet, even with these factors combined, the rate of success is still extremely low.
It's all right. With millions of people trying, there's hope that at least one person will succeed against the odds.
Yeah! Yeah, it's like if everyone in the world rolled like a D20. Like a super rare die. If all of them roll the die, there's a good chance that some of them will get a D20. A natural 20.
Thank you for sharing this with me, madam. I will do everything I can to spread this knot in Vienna.
Yeah, spread the knot!
To the Arcanists, humans, Magyars, and Germans. They are all my people. regardless of their social status, profession, or race. They all deserve the right to survive.
Lucy ends the call and turns around. There stands a Foundation employee sent here to inquire about the experiment with a stern expression after overhearing the conversation.
Madame Lucy, I can only assume you acted impulsively and overlooked the proper application process. The knot is new and not ready for widespread testing. Distributing it in Vienna could lead to more casualties or even fall into the hands of our enemies.
To be fair, sir, everyone's already dying. So, in my opinion, if I was doing this, if I was spreading this, I would be like, I don't care. I don't care if this could possibly lead to more casualties. If there's a chance that it will save one person, even one person survives because of this, I will take it.
I must remind you that this is a clear violation of the regulations set by Pax Security Council, the St. Pavlov Foundation, and the Laplace.
Ah, yes. How careless of me.
The robot nods.
But I did tell her I would share the results of the research, and this is what you call a promise.
Oh.
And the database says, a promise made is a promise kept.
Heck yeah, for Lucy's database! The storm is imminent. The final moment has arrived!
My brothers and sisters, put down your cups for a moment and lend ear to me. We were born extraordinary, yet estranged from the world around us. Throughout the ages, we wandered the world like a ship lost at sea. Despite the instability and chaos, we persevered, and together we sought after the truth that would illuminate us all. Through introspection and contemplation, we cleansed ourselves of hatred, madness, and delusion, and embraced the value of beauty and harmony.
Yet now, our shattered faith mingles with the rubble of this phenomenal world, as specks in an unjust timeline, as remnants of a tide long receded. The dream of the transcendental world is broken, and the order of the transcendental law is no more.
Our sanctuary has crumbled, exposing us to live in a world filled with conflict and turmoil, where we will be trapped in the wheel of birth, doomed to repeat the mistakes of history for eternity.
But do not despair, for there is another way to the truth. It is a path fueled by unbridled passion, one that was stifled by moderation and restraint, a path that transcends the individual, breaks all boundaries and limitations, and leads us back to the essence in a fiery blaze of glory.
This path is the emanation, which we stride into for the ultimate truth of our journey.
Whoa!
Doctor?
The boy eases his pace as he sees Kakania rushing his way.
Finally, someone I know.
Oh! This is the part of the trailer where Kakania's like running through the entire town. She's like, guys, I got news! The solution to the end of the world! A rope! She cradles a thick stack of pamphlets in her arms, a little out of breath.
Ilich, gather everyone you can and have them read out these steps in the plaza for all to hear. If possible, go to the telegraph office or use a printing machine to copy flyers. Distribute as many copies as you can. I'll go to Leopoldstadt and find the Gracchus brothers. They know where to find abandoned military hot air balloons.
What are you talking about, Doctor? People are too busy trying to escape.
I want nothing to do with those crazies.
But you'll want this. 4 years for North safety. Safety.
This? A guide for tying knots? Don't you know the world is about to end? So many warnings. Who'd want to read this?
The people who want to survive will read it. I can't guarantee anything. It's a gamble for our lives. But people have a right to try before doomsday arrives. Edith, please trust me one more time. Please.
Yeah, please trust the doctor. The boy recognizes the plea in her voice.
Fine, Dr. Clara. If this works, your coffee for the rest of your life is on me.
Yeah! A boy drinking coffee for the rest of his life.
Why?
Clutching at her own hair, she lets out a heart-wrenching wail.
Why? Why are you still leaving? I found the truth. I completed the test. I deciphered the code of Aperon.
She struggles trying to break free from the arm holding her back, her eyes fixed on the beach before her.
Why aren't you stopping them, Six?
Wait a minute! Is everyone going into the ocean? No! 210! 888! No! Stay alive! You two are awesome! A friendly figure comes up to them.
Hello.
Are you joining them, Miss Marta?
She smiles and shakes her head, turning her face towards the leader.
I find myself uncertain of which way to go. Would you kindly give me some guidance?
The guidance I can offer you is limited, Miss Marta. I think fate knows its own fate better than anyone.
Thank you for your advice. I think I understand.
She steps into the path of no return. Oh, my babies! That's from the trailer! No! My favorites! 888! 210! No! No! Everyone still died? On the bright side, at least Sophia is alive! At least Sophia is alive and is being a bad guy right now, but at least she's alive and hot versus 888 and 210 being dead. Ah! No! I even said when I first met 210, I literally said, please do not die. And you know what happens? He dies! No! Anyway, let me do another 3-minute ad, and then we will resume. I gotta go through this depression state during the ad. In 3, 2, 1, let me know what kind of ads you get. I'm depression. Like I said, on the bright side, Sophia is alive. She's a bad guy, but she's alive. She's a hot, alive lady who I will meet again in the future. I am so depressed right now. Not to mention, 888, I was like, wow, you are so pretty. I forgot that non-playable characters will still have the risk of dying. That is the worst thing in the universe. I am so sad. I am depressed. You know what? While we're doing this ad, that is just for the thought watchers. Well, actually, no, I'm not. I was going to shout out myself, but you know what? No, I don't want to do that. I just want to do a quote. Quote number 56. Let me do my thing, woman! Let me do my thing! From Tales of Berseria, which I think very much relates to this entire thing. We got like a minute left on the ad. And then we will resume. I didn't think I would be grieving a character that I barely see. And a character that I just met. But here I am, grieving over 888 and 210. I can't believe I'm grieving over these two right now. On the bright side, this has just made me decide on something. This just made me decide on something. And I'll talk about that once this app thing is over. "20 seconds. Let me post some buckets. 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 Welcome back from the ad. Welcome back from the ad. I hope it was a good ad. I am currently depressed. Anyway, during the ad, I have come to a great conclusion. So obviously, once I'm done with this chapter, the next thing I'm gonna do on my to-do list is start the current event story, the one with Noor and stuff like that. But after that, I think I'm gonna tackle the event that they started for the Islanders. They literally have the entire event. Actually, let me double check. Let me check on that, actually.
It's raining. Quiet, soft rain. No gunshots, no twisted people or buildings. Just a simple phenomenon of nature. Such that it is here.
That is the line of trauma! Yeah, here we go, the prisoner in the cave. You know what, I'm gonna unlock this. I'm gonna unlock that so I don't forget. Yeah, because I did this. I think after I finish chapter 7, and then after I finish the current event story that's going on right now, I think this will be the next thing that I'll do. Just so I can see more 210.
So then, after World War I, came World War II?
Anyway, we got a fine here. We got a start. Excuse me, I got a small hiccup. Anyway, let's see here. Double check my OBS. Okay, we're all good. We got 58 minutes on the timer. Alright, let's see what we've got here.
My dear child, look at you. You're exhausted. I couldn't be of help then. But it's okay. The party is over now. At least let me brush your hair, darling.
I'm so glad this narrator knew immediately how I would be feeling. This guy knew that I would be grieving right now.
Or your hair will get all knotted. And it will hurt you when you try to untangle them.
Indeed. It happened more than once.
I'm not surprised. An old friend of ours, not. Often we learn our knots before we even know how to read and write. A knot could be an obstacle that breaks the consistency of a flow, and also a reminder of forgotten things. You can use just about anything on hand to make a knot. Leaves of grass, the fur of an animal, even fallen hair. But the sturdiest knots are tied with rope. Knots are often found in many stories. Signify promises, counting and measuring, an instrument of salvation, and one of execution.
What else can these knots really do?
Oh, I could go on all day. The influence and power of knots can't be overstated. It is said that it was in the cutting of the Gordian knot that Alexander became the Great. Just touching the meters-long rope provides blessings to the faithful in Bellum. And tiny knots on strings can carry the history of an entire people. The ancient Inca called it quipu. The intricate variations of hundreds of fabrics, colors, and lengths of strings were used to record their stories through the ages. And to think, Shakespeare only had 26 letters to create his masterpieces.
Isn't there something a bit more practical?
Just look around you. Don't sailors use knots to mark depths in men's sails? Or coachmen tying knots to rein their horses? And any respectable lady or gentleman knows the knots they must tie about their necks to stay in fashion. Or consider the knot-like helix structure of DNA and the changes in states of matter. Invisible to the naked eye, these knots carry some hint at a universal law. That there might be a string, like the quipu, an endless rope that records in its knots everything in the world, one that can't be seen, yet there it is, everywhere, all at once. Maybe you could tie this knot yourself. Use your hair, then form a loop, pass the end through it, and tighten it up. There you go. I hope you keep this knot as a record of the words we shared here.
So, including this stage we're about to get to, this is 1, 2, 3. We have 3 more stages before we finish chapter 7. We are so close. Also, I'm glad I didn't try to force my way through this on my first 1999 stream. I would have died at the end of this one. I don't think I could recover after that. I don't think I can recover after that. Oh, hold on. My nose is acting up. Okay, never mind. I thought I was about to sneeze. Chapter 7, Stage 28. The two numbers. Two numbers, each representing a pure essence of its own. Depression. I'm sad.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
I should be giving them my blessings. They're brave enough to return to the essence. But instead, sadness washes over me.
Wait a darn minute. Does this mean that literally the only people left on this entire island is 37, 6, and 13, and of course 13's company? Oh my goodness. This poor girl. Didn't even bother to say goodbye to 37. They went out blazing.
I should feel happy for Sophia, now that she knows her soul number. Yet, I am filled with sorrow.
On the bright side, 37, at least Sophia is alive. The beach, it's quiet, clean, and perfect again. The storm has washed away everything that's happened. The war, the crowds, and the clinking cups, all gone. It's restored to the lightness of a bare time with no remnants left behind. The last echoes of an era has faded into the distance.
Why did you all leave?
That's what I'm saying, 37, that's what I'm saying.
Is it because I wasn't fast enough? Is it because I didn't do well enough?
Her petite frame sways in the breeze until finally she crumples to the sand. Rivulets of tears stream down her cheeks, mixing with the mud on the ground. Her face, hair, and gilded robe are marred with stains. But she shows no concern as she bawls her eyes out, her grief tearing at the core of her being. Same, girl, same! Like the first cries of a newborn entering the phenomenal world. Same, Burton, same. Thus, the leader knows the question is answered. Rather than looking on, she has chosen to be practical, involved, and suffer. And now the moment of parting has come.
Go, 37. Leave the island to the world outside. Ms. Verton, you're clearing a path out of the mires of the phenomenal world. I sincerely hope you will steer it away from the horrors of war.
It's our duty to do so.
Setz nods approvingly. The importance of the scroll needs no further procrastination.
Also, the person you were looking for, I am not familiar with a biographer named Erd.
Excuse me?
However, in my recollections from the previous 6, there was a lady with a soul number just as unique as yours.
Are you saying?
Sadly, these vague scraps of information were all that I inherited. I hope they will be useful to you.
He turns around. Without another look at the empty beach, he starts walking back. Some believers trail after him without hesitation. Okay, so there are some survivors. There are some survivors. Same as the girl wipes off her tears and crumbles to her feet.
No! Wait! 6, where are you going? Everyone is gone. Sophia, 210, 888, and now you too?
Don't worry! He's playable. He'll be okay.
I'm returning to the cave, 37. There are still people who refuse to be caught in the cycle of hatred or give in to unrestrained passion. The entrance to the sacred place may be destroyed, but the people's faith is yet to be extinguished. We will persist in studying the scrolls, copying the scriptures, and restoring our halls. We will worship the Ancient One in penance and work to rekindle the flame of our broken beliefs. The island is a manifestation of our choices, a haven removed from the phenomenal world, a place of order and harmony. And it is our determination that will sustain its tranquil existence.
I will go with you.
No. Your choice has already been made, 37. You should not go back. The sorrows and doubts you have can only be alleviated by experiencing the outside world.
37's face turns completely pale. 6 shakes his head, looking towards the setting sun. Aww.
Thousands of years ago, the first faithful ones fled from the Roman Empire and journeyed to this island, where they founded the School of Apeiron.
But it's definitely going to be the thumbnail.
500 years ago, refugees from Arabia found shelter here. They filled the cavern's shelves with copies of their writings and texts. Half a century ago, scholars who had their research exploited for warfare came and expanded our knowledge on modern mathematics. There were many 37s and 6s among them. Yet, are we any different from them in essence? Even if we are no longer here, the numbers 37 and 6 will still exist. Even if the island sank, these numbers would reappear elsewhere. The integer sequence is infinite, 37. Rather than clinging to a set of specific numbers, you should go and work out your own calculations and conclusions.
So now you're choosing to be wise and look on. But I don't understand. How could one be wise by being uninvolved and looking on from the sidelines?
6 lets out a sound, almost a chuckle.
You overestimate wisdom, Miss Verton. It can't do everything. Wisdom can free people from ignorance, but it can also lead them to a nihilistic void.
Well, you know, a smile from this guy.
Yet, someone will always seek this wisdom, even if nihilistic, to briefly rise above their worldly troubles and find some relief. And someone will have to stay here and provide a neutral haven for the drifters of the phenomenal world, and give the lost souls a harbor to return to.
He turns again, ignoring the calling behind him this time.
Wait! 6! Wait!
She rubs her face with her palms and pulls up her robe, running down the beach. She stumbles over a pebble and falls, but she pushes through the pain and rises to her feet, still running as fast as she can.
Wait, 6! Atticus!
The man stops. He had not expected to hear that name. Numbers are the essence of one's soul, and names are but echoes of the phenomenal world. He was born into his number, long before he was given the name Atticus. 37 never once called him by that name, for she has always valued the essence above all else. Now, here she stands, hair tangled with mud, knees bleeding, all battered and bruised, yet her gaze remains resolute.
Will you leave a door open for me in your cave, like when we were kids? I know the transcendental law is in disorder, but that doesn't mean the truth is gone. I will carve a new path through the chaos, calculate better solutions than ever before, and delve into the phenomenal world to discover all it has to offer. By then, if I run into problems that I can't solve, can we talk about them together? Like we used to?
3 maxims were carved on the pillar of the Temple of Apollo. Know thyself, nothing in excess, and give a pledge and trouble is at hand. What can he say? Evading doubts is a leader's duty.
Yes, a door will be left open for you, 37. Both you and your friends can come in.
It's a promise. 6.
And promise shall be kept, just like Lucy said. She brushes away her tears and waves to him. Yeah, leader's duty. Duty. It's still a goodbye, but it's no longer as devastating and depressing. The last of the Imperium followers have left, leaving only the Timekeeper's team on the beach.
Zeno sent a ship to pick us up. Let's go, 37. The researchers of Laplace would love to meet you.
The girl's shoulders are trembling.
Are you nervous? Afraid of the unknown world?
Maybe a little, but I will get used to it.
She lets out breath, clearing the tangle of emotions from her mind. A familiar smile lights up on her face.
Because the nature of the universe flows in all things alike.
What a way to end off that stage. Wow. I have no idea who that is. I am scared. We are almost done with this chapter. We're almost done with the chapter. There's 30 stages. We're about to do stage 29. Let me double check my timer. 40 minutes. Chapter 7, Stage 29, The Umbrella, and the Knot. It may not be important to remember an era, but it is important to remember the people. Yeah, I'm excited to finish the chapter. It's been a long going for weeks. I was supposed to finish this last Tuesday, but then OBS stuff decided to crash, so I have to do it today instead. But I'm so excited. Go, 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 go!
We are prisoners within these cavern walls. Our gaze is held captive by the shadow's thrall. Until our hands clasped and our chains rattled, we united to break free from our shackles. The sightless joined forces with the soundless, and the voiceless uplifted the helpless. Together, we assembled a sliver of truth, a piece of the world hidden since youth.
Bars! Those are bars! This is a familiar hallway. Mesmer Jr., it's been ages! I bet the last time I saw you was like chapter 4, chapter 3. Good times.
Have you got something for me, Mesmer?
Mesmer Jr. looks worn and tired, but her demeanor is still somewhat friendly. Dark circles are clearly visible under Mesmer Jr.'s eyes, just like every Laplace member encountered today.
Yes, they asked me to give this to you.
An umbrella!
The culmination of our research. The crystallization of man in all its wisdom. The protective gear against the storm.
An umbrella! Who would have thought?
An umbrella. Something you personally don't really need.
She takes a sarcastic jab as she opens the white satin umbrella. Oh, that's pretty.
It's called the Equilibrium Umbrella. This is the first model, consisting of a converter, a harmonizer, and a ritual core. The converter generates a balancing field that can cast rituals in the storm, taking account of the wielder's capabilities. The harmonizer's markings are inspired by the scroll of Apeiron. Madame Lucy tested it against 162 known side effects and found it to be highly effective. The original scroll has been returned to the island. This is only a simplified and duplicated rendition.
The 162 curses aren't all of them, right?
Correct. There may be other unknown side effects, so the umbrella is only a prototype in the testing phase. and the ritual core. At first it was called the 37 Lucy Knot in honor of the two main contributors. However, both of them turned it down.
Yes, I still remember what 37 said at the time. She would rather name it after the mathematical properties of the knot, even if it's too much of a mouthful.
No. 37 is not a name, and the truth should not be dressed up with anyone's name. I only found it. I didn't invent it. I do need something named after me to prove my sense of existence. But I'm not on the island anymore. I can understand that the imaginary numbers need to honor the discovery.
I just realized 37 is in the suitcase now. That's sort of depressing.
You may use another contributor's name for it. I'm willing to accept that.
Madame Lucy showed no interest in the naming rights, so it was transferred to the third major contributor, Adler Hoffman. Sadly, researcher Adler also rejected the offer. At first, we nearly ended up using the date of that day as the name, but he changed his mind after confirming he could use his family name instead.
Oh! In honor of his sister! He wants Hoffman's name to be remembered forever.
The Hoffman knot?
The Hoffman knot! What a perfect way!
You named it after Madame Hoffman?
Yes. Researcher Adler Hoffman wanted to make sure that Greta Hoffman would never be forgotten for her selfless sacrifice.
Oh.
Level 4 Investigator Marcus, please accept this umbrella. It is rightfully yours.
She receives an equilibrium umbrella. Its pearly sheen creates the illusion of pure whiteness in front of her.
Given the incredible contributions you have made, you're welcome to apply for a well-deserved and extended vacation.
No. I will request for permission to go out. My era has gone. But with this umbrella in hand, I will venture into the new world and marvel at what's to come.
Marcus looks up at the sky.
Will the sucker torte taste the same?
With the umbrella in her arms, she bows to the Foundation staff member. Then she turns around and walks towards the light.
And lastly, the asymmetrical nuclide R in the handle of the umbrella is supposed to protect against the storm syndrome. But this still needs to be confirmed through testing.
It's okay. This is the one thing we need the most.
If you have no further questions about its usage, I'm heading back to the rehab center. The afflicted researchers there are in dire need of my magnet therapy.
Don't you think 1 is not enough for my needs? I think 5. No, 15 might be more helpful.
Oh, Burton! An unexpected question. Miss Jr. stops with a surprised look on her face.
My suitcase can't protect humans from the storm. They'll need the umbrella to survive. In the future missions, I may encounter lots of...
Miss Jr. interrupts.
Just a reminder, Timekeeper. This is only a prototype. The application forms for the umbrella are available in the Foundation lobby. Feel free to apply for as many as you need.
She turns and leaves, not staying for another second.
Thank you, Mesmer.
The amount of sunlight is just right. The umbrella pops open, rotating with a touch of grace. Against the white fabric, the golden knot gleams with brilliance.
37 was right. It is a beautiful shape indeed.
The Foundation Square has been restored to its former glory. A recognizable figure stands there, having waited for a long time.
Hey, Vertin! Did you get it done?
Yes, it went smoothly. I was expecting something more complicated. So, to get the umbrella, you only need to fill out forms.
Huh? That's not what I was talking about. I'm talking about the brave and glorious sacrifice of my Apple II. Don't you think the Foundation should compensate me with a shiny new ship?
Before anybody freaks out and thinks that Apple died, don't worry. It's just a pirate ship.
Oh.
Oh? What do you mean, oh? Are you saying you totally forgot about it?
Regulus closes in, offended, putting her hands on both her shoulders.
Easy, Regulus. Those people are likely buried in paperwork right now. Just be patient and wait.
She twirls a golden medal between her fingers.
Lilia, how was your commendation ceremony?
They rewarded me for escorting the important item during the storm. How is delivering a scroll worthy of a reward? I'll say someone should be grateful I didn't crash into the committee building.
She tosses the medal to Regulus.
Take it. Might be useful for your alchemy.
Oh, let me see.
Regulus brings the medal to her mouth and takes a small bite.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's made of pure gold. On behalf of the pirate community, I thank you for your remarkable contribution to alchemy.
I have one too.
Truvis the Dur walks over and places another medal in Regulus' hand. Like earlier, she was rewarded for helping to deliver the scroll.
Please forgive my lack of contribution, Timekeeper.
She missed the island trip because of the forest they planted in the Foundation Square. Fortunately, the square has been restored to its original condition.
It seems the awakened woods have embraced tranquility once more. Perhaps a sign of good things to come.
I'm glad to see you back on your feet, Miss Truvis.
I love you, Truvis.
In fact, there's a place I'd like to introduce you to. A flourishing island that survived both war and the storm. I think a talented druid like you would be of great help to them.
Sounds like a place to look forward to.
The reunion is cut short by the pirates cheering.
Nice job, Druvis. It's not as big as Lilia's, but it is made of a rare kind of metal.
This is a good start, Captain. This apple thinks we only need 300 more medals to afford a new ship.
You read my mind, Mr. Chief Mate. When will Zeno's ceremony be held? This captain is not a fan of these ceremonies. So, could they just mail me my medal?
The rockin' pirate coughs awkwardly, her eyes darting away behind the cover of her shades.
Did I miss something?
Oh, Sapaby! You missed the entire depressing adventure! So it's okay, you didn't miss much.
Are we holding a medal exchanging party?
Sotheby!
Regulus rejoices at the sight of the old lady, tears welling up in her eyes. She stretches out a hand, and Sapani immediately gets the message.
But I don't have a medal. All I have is this big round golden...
A handful of waiting jewelry is placed in Regulus' hands.
Captain, I think we can buy a new ship with this.
Regulus wraps her in an ginormous bear hug, moved to tears. Praise Sapavi, the most charitable woman in history, the revitalizer of the pirate community, the prime sponsor of the ingenious alchemist, and the big vote on legs.
Regulus! Regulus!
Sonetto runs over, panting, waving a stack of stamp papers in her hand.
The timekeeper asked me to request a new ship for you, and we have the approval. The Foundation will rebuild Apple II and pay for its maintenance. Huh?
Funny you say that, Sonetto.
The trees sway in the breeze and the sunlight streams through the leaves. Here's a fine weather to set sail again.
Now we have 2 new ships.
Yeah! It's a happy ending for everyone! Wait a minute. We have one more stage. What the heck's going to happen next? Okay, let me drink my water. on receiving the Equilibrium umbrella. Special notice to all. The prototype of the first-generation personal storm immunity device, commonly known as the Equilibrium umbrella, has been completed and validated through Miss Lucy's testing. Thank you all for your contributions and sacrifices. Everything you have done today will be forever remembered in our history. Special thanks, listed in alphabetical order. Abigail, Adler, Afra, Alice. Miss Lucy should be first on the list, but it's in epical order. It's only fair. Adler sure got lucky with his name on this one. Oh well, he deserves it. I'm off on vacation. I'll treat everyone later. Remember to come along. What are we about to end this off on? And now, the curtain call. We have 27 minutes on the timer. Chapter 7, Stage 30. And now, the curtain call. She brushes off the raindrops from her shoulders and steps into the new world. The youth are sailing for a new world, while the old are saying goodbye to the world they knew.
"15 plugs. This should be enough to cover all socket types at our destination. Simone, pass me the experiment log, please."
She brushes the dust off the desk and takes a final inventory of the lab's equipment. She leaves the lights off, not needing them any longer. An urgent knock sounds from the door.
Come.
Before she finishes her protocol for human social customs, the door barges open.
Madame Lucy, is it true? Are you leaving La Place?
Yes. The inquiry is over. This is the decision of all parties involved.
You have got to be kidding me!
Enigma pounds the table, sending the dust from the experiments into the air.
After all the incredible contributions you've made, they're suspending you? This is absolutely ridiculous! Without you, there would be no umbrella, and everyone would have died from the side effects!
But many did perish because of me. I had underestimated the danger of the ritual, and it ended up spreading uncontrollably. Did you not once have the same opinion, Researcher Adler Hoffman?
The robot gives him a friendly nod.
It is surprising to see you change your mind so quickly, but that is just what Laplace needs. The spirit of rationality and self-evolution.
The documents have been filed away. Simone walks up to Lucy and takes the heavy experimental apparatus from her hands. As the dust rises from their movements, Enigma lets out a cough.
I can imagine how they came to this decision. They must have considered the backgrounds of all the employees, including their social status and race. After 8 years, we finally created an umbrella to withstand the storm. However, our methods for achieving such progress and breakthroughs were too much for some to handle. People needed an outlet for their frustrations, so someone had to be held responsible for the accidents and casualties. Numerous complaints have been filed against me, accusing me of being a cold, heartless opponent of humanity. Within the Foundation, Zeno, and even here, some are starting to question the idea of having an awakened piston as a leader of Laplace. They argued about my arcane abilities, unsure if I had them under control or if they were becoming unstable and affecting my ability to make rational decisions.
The robot realizes an overlooked detail.
I did give the nod to Miss Kikanya in violation of the confidentiality agreement. But ultimately, it helped people survive, and that is all that matters.
But Enigma does not pick up on this realization. He's already enraged, fist clenched in a ball.
So they're questioning your standing because you're an awakened? An arcanist? They're doubting the rationality of a machine that values technology and progress above all else? Could anything be more absurd? Even I, a human, was on the verge of giving up. It was you who convinced me to save our species.
My question is, why are you so upset? This does not affect you. In fact, you may be promoted. Laplace is setting up a new department, and you and Ulrich should have been invited to head it.
But you'll remember that you specifically requested not to be on the same team as Ulrich.
Weil das verdammt ungerecht ist! Diese Leute kennen dich nicht. Sie haben nicht mit dir gearbeitet oder dir zugehört. Und doch ernten sie freudig die Früchte deiner Arbeit, während sie dir keinen Respekt erweisen. Der einzige Grund, warum du suspendiert wirst, ist, weil du, ein Erwachter, nicht wirklich sterben kannst. Oder sie würden dir jetzt eine Ehrenmedaille auf deinem Grabstein verleihen.
Maybe you should take up that offer. At least you will get a promotion as a just reward.
Enigma opens his mouth, but no sounds come out. He wants to tell her she's wrong about him wanting the promotion, but he's too flustered and angry to speak. The robotic eye slits pulses. She continues in her unemotional tone.
By the way, Ulrich ended up receiving a medal. But like you, he was not exactly thrilled either. He is outside the committee building, refusing to eat in protest. But everyone knows how resilient the awakened can be. It is going poorly.
She shakes and sighs, deeply remorseful for her subordinate's behavior.
I will suggest that one of you take this position. No one knows this research better than the two of you.
Not a chance.
The research must progress, and you also need to ensure that the results will not be abused.
A valid concern.
Scheiße. You're right.
Enigma is caught in a fierce battle between his principles and his duty. Duty. But the robot does not notice these unimportant details. She nonchalantly walks over to the chair and runs a final battery check.
The punishment does not bother me, Researcher Hoffman. Power exists only in your dictionary, not mine. From the moment of my awakening, I have been unable to comprehend you creatures. And even now, that remains unchanged.
She states with no emotion added to embellish her delivery. Enigma's mouth falls open in shock. Meanwhile, the robot just keeps on talking.
We operate in different ways, just like how our fuels differ. But the bright side is our paths align, whether we are creatures or machines, humans or arcanists. Most of us strive for a better life. It is this primal desire that drives progress. That is why I put on the mask of a human and work on improving my appearance and speech, all for the sake of better communication with you. Unfortunately, my efforts do not always pay off. Some say that the more human-like I appear, the more different I seem.
She shakes her head with regret.
But I am who I am, and my motivation is not to gain recognition from others. Our aligned path leads us to progress, and that is all there is to it. Thanks to the invention of the umbrella, Laplace can now resume its research unhindered. And if there is someone better qualified to lead, I am more than willing to remain a humble cog in their machine. Besides, Miss C introduced me to a beautiful resort. The lake there is rich with arcane power, perfect for an awakened arcanist like me. Not only is it a resort, but also an independent team with a good amount of freedom. My only concern is if they have adequate power supply. Oh, rust might be a problem. Perhaps I should ask Researcher X about his titanium derust machine.
The robot is happily thinking about her vacation plans. She has completed all preparations for departure.
Time to go, Simone.
Madam Lucy, please take a look at this before you go.
A stack of reports is handed in front of her.
This is a report you compiled during the storm countdown, detailing 126 side effects and how the scroll alleviates them. I have some questions about the data for Type 34.
Lucy flips it open and stupidly goes through the list one last time.
Yes, I can see a few errors in here. Unfortunately, I have to complete all of the handover procedures today. Perhaps you can ask Mr. Ulrich about it later.
She hands it back to Enigma, but he does not reach for it. He looks at her, grief-stricken.
The side effects left a mark on you, didn't they? There are 162 side effects, not 126. There was also an obvious typo in the data for Type 34. We noticed it long ago and corrected it. Took only 5 seconds. You sacrificed so much for this report, yet you could not see such glaring mistakes. You called me Researcher Hoffman earlier, a name you haven't used since you took over Laplace 8 years ago. To avoid confusion with my sister, you and our colleagues started calling me Adler instead.
Moving closer, he asks grimly.
How much data did you lose to impair your research abilities like this?
Oh boy.
Is this why you have to leave Laplace now? The progress you've made has helped so many, but at what cost to your own well-being?
The robot does not answer, a rare occurrence. From her side, Simone gently takes the file from her.
We should go, Madam Lucy.
Goodbye, Researcher Adler. Thank you for correcting my mistake.
She walks away with steely steps, not looking back.
All right, fine.
He grips the door frame, ignoring the strange looks from the hallway.
I'll take up that role and do what you've been nagging me to do. I'll take care of those pesky committees. But just so you know, I'm not doing this for the higher-ups who look down on us, but for the people who look up to us from below.
The footsteps continue in rhythm. Her duty here is done. Then another voice calls out.
Madam Lucy!
The corridors are bustling with people. Researchers, clerks, directors, and security. Every Laplace employee is in the corridors, from bottom to top floor. The same voice shouts.
All attention! Salute!
Salute! I wish I had my salute emote. Papers litter the air with snowflakes. Everyone says goodbye in their own language, tossing files over the railings. I wish I actually made my salute emote. This would have been a good time to use it. The countless straps, designs, and forms from the past 24 hours rain down. They were created for the storm, have completed their mission, just as did the robot.
Simone, why are they throwing papers at me? Are they rejecting me and banishing me?
No, it's like a graduation! They throw their hats up!
On the contrary, madam, they are showing their reverence.
Oh, I see.
The robot is without a face, an emotion modeled today, so she turns away from the crowd. The sunlight dances on her metal surface, ennobling her in a golden aura.
Let us go, Simone. I miss the Laplace chargers already. There is a 230-volt bath at the resort, right?
The end! Pale green characters flicker instantly, and in a second, dozens of messages appear on the fluorescent screen at the same time. It is clear to see that life must go on. Lucy has resigned. Who will be in charge now? Ulrich? He's the second most reliable awakened in the scientific commuting center. Someone other than Lucy, I guess. No one wants that seat. It's electrified. Ulrich is the most opposed to this idea. He's on a hunger strike in front of the committee building. I guess he'd rather starve to death than sit in that electric chair. How about John? He's a man with clear logic and good project management skills. Lucy was an excellent leader. The casualties this time sure made her fault. The best option is to let her come back. What's John? I hope you don't mean the one who speaks in hexadecimal. I recommend John from the mechanical engineering group. He's very creative and forward-thinking. Definitely the right person to run the scientific commuting center. Last week's major power outage was caused by that John from the mechanical engineering team, starting all the lab machines in parallel. He's been suspended and has been undergoing psychiatric evaluation ever since. I never picked the John from the medical team. John from the medical team caused a huge explosion while testing a new drug formula last month. Luckily, since he's from the medical team, help was at hand, and he's still sleeping like a baby in a hospital bed right now. What about John from the Miracle Circuits Lab? Physics Lab. His projects are absolutely safe. There's never been any danger, and there won't be any in the future. And he only cares about logic in all things. Simply the perfect candidate for the man in charge. John from the Miracle Physics Lab applied for a transfer a long time ago. The only person still hanging on to that group is probably Adler, who forgot to transfer his files. So Adler is indeed currently the best theoretical physicist in all of Laplace. No need to even add one of. And the entire scientific commuting center, we can't find a John suitable to take charge. Isn't there a John with the judgment, execution, and long-term scientific vision of Lucy? The one who will unconditionally support our research and even be willing to approve funding for X's strange inventions or new theories on the study of ley lines? A better sense of humor than Lucy's will also be a plus. I think you might be able to find a John funnier than Lucy, but that's it. My suggestion is that we all join Ulrich in preventing any politician John or placeholder John from being put in that position, and on that basis, demand Lucy's return. Good idea. See you in front of the committee building. I'll bring a few deck of cards. Can someone tell me why we're only considering Johns? Beautiful. Beautiful. Not gonna lie, I'm surprised they let me go into Chapter 8 already. I don't want to click that in case it immediately jumps me in.
What? You mean those two came from the golden... know myself.
Oh, that's all you have to say for Insight 2? Cool. Oh, no. I want to change back to new skin. Buddy, I want to change back to new skin. There you go. Wow, fellas! Wow! I guess there's only one thing left to do now. We have finally finished Chapter 7. Which I have no idea. I have no idea. There's a Sino Aniko. Oh, that's cool. Oops! I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. Whoops. Oh well, I guess we now have a Charlie Aniko. Whoops. See, I really need to get a new, mouse. Because I did not mean to do that. I also want to do 37s. No. I also want to unlock this. There we go. Awesome.
So then, after World War I, came World War II? Will there be a World War III? Was a storm bringing chaos for everyone and everywhere?
Well, I'll say that was quite something. I would think I would be stuck here for another 40 minutes. But I didn't. So now the real question is, do I just immediately raid someone? Or do I just wait the full 40 minutes? Yeah, well, I'll just raid someone, yeah. So that way I can get myself a break. Alright, I'll do my ending speech. Thank you to all the lurkers, all the livers, and all the fathers for this amazing stream. I finally finished Chapter 7! And I got all the characters I wanted. Nor, Caconia, Shamaine, Lockerhead. I got the skins. I'm so happy! Mwahaha! So yeah. So now the next plans will be... Hold on. Let me double check. How many days do I have remaining for this? 70 days. Perfect. So this will be the next thing that I'll do. The next stream, which will be on Sunday. Sunday stream. We will start tackling Showdown and Chinatown. So yeah, that's the plan. Sunday stream will be Showdown in Chinatown. We will go through all that and then maybe do the Aniko. Well, not the Aniko, the story thing with Neon. And then after that, we will tackle the island event. Maybe tackle some anecdotes. And then we will move on to the rest of the main story. So yeah, like I said, thank you everyone for being here! I'm so happy! I'll definitely see y'all next time! Toodaloo!